Just every day, every way, gonna be. Where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a terrible embrace, where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Everette, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live at WMVA 88.9 FM studio or WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and you can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM or 1350 AM, go down to Church Webcast, and guess what? Click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Could you be my neighbor?
We want to welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, and WMVA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Take yourself over there to our new channel, not Crystal Records 1. You can go there too, but go to FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton.
Yeah, and
we're going to shout you out.
You can give them a shout out?
Promise.
Shout out. Yeah.
All right, Mr. E, the weekend is over, but how was yours?
Well, I had a great weekend. I went down to the Word Singers Bash on yesterday, and also I want to wish my son, my baby boy. Today is my baby boy's birthday, Mr. Isaac Everette. He's 31 years old today.
On April Fool's Day.
On April Fool's
Day. Do you ever April Fool's? Do you all ever trick him?
I tell him that the day on his birthday.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that would be a real April Fool's.
That's surprise. Right. But you know, a lot of people are being knowing later on in life that their birthday is their born day is another day.
How about their name on the birth certificate? Our mothers and fathers. But anyway, you had a great weekend. I had a wonderful weekend. We had the event with the Young Men and Women Achieving Success program at the Harlem Globetrotters. And let's see what else happened. Oh, yesterday, Easter. Wonderful, wonderful services. Yeah. I enjoyed it with the family. It was absolutely awesome. I know you had a wonderful time, Mr.
Oh, I had a great time yesterday. After ministering the word of God, I used for a service a subject on yesterday. I presented to the people. I said, I delivered to you Jesus.
Oh, I think that's lovely. But I tell you what, people were out. The people were doing the Easter egg hunt. They were doing all kind of wonderful things. just to, make people feel welcome and just to celebrate resurrection.
And it felt like the days of old when everybody was out there fellowshipping and hobnobbing.
It was
and
nice.
people that was out and about in the parks and walking up and down the streets because the weather was simply beautiful.
Absolutely. Like today here in the Hampton Roads area,
Yeah.
we're expecting the 80s.
That's right. That's right. But more pollen, you got to watch.
It is
pollen.
so much. Now, this is more pollen than I think I've ever seen after, the first part of spring. It is so much of it out there.
Well, just don't do like I did. Don't touch nothing, no trees or anything, fence line, because when you turn around, you're going to be covered with the pollen.
I got to get it off my driveway and everything.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
I know that's right.
Anyway, a wonderful weekend. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend, wonderful resurrection services. Hope you got a chance to go out and enjoy the saints and church and, just family and fun. It is really, really wonderful to be able to think on why we celebrate.
That's
Easter.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Why we celebrate and the real meaning of the significance meaning behind Easter. Did he get up? Did he get up?
Rose.
That's right. That's right.
I tell you that is a marvelous message.
And he did it for you and I.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank God for all of you all. We're here, and this is our Monday Sports Talk.
What a great weekend. What a great weekend. If you looked at any of the basketball game on both sides of the track, NAACP for the men and the women, and some of the NBA.
I don't mean any harm, Mr. E, but I snuck over to the NCAA women's basketball, and my grandson and I made sure we did at least 2 games, really wonderful games. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I am enjoying, this is really the first year, even though I've peeked over there, and especially when the WNBA comes, we watch the games, but really sitting back and enjoying the games, the college games, and, the men's game as well. It's been just a joy.
That's right. When I look at these games, too, I normally wait until they get into tournament time.
Yeah.
And before I really look at them real good, because when they get in tournament time, I really love them because they playing the best of the best.
They're going forward. They're coming through. It is really marvelous. But anyway, we're going to talk about the NCAA. Are we going to the women's NCAA, or are you going to start with you guys?
Well, we're going to go with the NBA. How about
we going to go with the NBA first? All right, let's do it.
Well, let's go with the NBA. We start with Saturday's game. The Boston Celtics, they beat my Pelicans.
Oh, man.
104 to 92. And then the Magic.
It wasn't a slaughter, though.
No, it wasn't a slaughter.
But they just didn't come through. But go ahead.
And then the Magics, they beat the Grizzlies.
That was a slaughter.
That's right, 118 to 88. And then this is on Saturday. The Milwaukee Bucks, they beat the Atlanta Hawks 122 to 113. Then we went with Sunday's game. Yes. I mean, Sunday was a great game. The Cavaliers lost to the Nuggets, the Denver Nuggets.
They lost 130 to 101.
29 points.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then to turn around to Miami Heat, Jordan Poole from the Wizards, he hit about 22 points, but guess what? He lost.
Oh, my goodness.
119 to 107. Then the 76ers beat the Raptors 135 to 120. And the Clippers, Paul George, he lost great. He's with the Hornets. He lost. He hit 41 points in that game, but still the score was 130 to 118. Amazing. And then when you look on the backside, 116 to 104, LeBron James came through.
What?
He came through. He came through. He hit 40 points. He couldn't miss the back of a barn. And they talked about him. They said to LeBron, is this downhill for you? Are you the GOAT now? Are you ready to set it down? He said, well, because he sounded a little sad, and I know he's ready to throw in the towel.
Why? Mr. E, you can't say that. That boy is on a roll.
He a little older now. He can't
Just
keep
a
up getting up there.
little. But 116 to 104.
Yeah,
Good game.
116 to 104. And the
Warriors.
Warrior, Golden State Warrior Curry
Come
hit
through.
33 points yesterday. But Victor Wambuga, he hit 32 points for the Spurs, and the score was 117 to 113. That wasn't too bad. The Warriors won by 4 points.
Close game.
The Chicago Bulls beat the Timberwolves 109 to 101.
Oh.
And the Mavericks, the Dallas Mavericks beat the Houston Rockets 125 to 107. OKC came through by 1 point yesterday.
1 point.
By 1 point yesterday, they played against the Knicks, New York Knicks, and they won. The Knicks lost by 1 point, 113 to 112, and the Utah Jazz lost to the Kings.
Oh man, 106
to 127. Yeah.
How exciting is that?
That's your NBA.
But Mr. E, don't go too fast because I want to know, we're getting closer and closer to what okay, so let's find out with our numbers here who's close to that.
Well, Ms. Hinton, when we look at the stats of who's close, who's NBA, who's close and ready to go to work, we're going to put it together in both categories. And we'll bring it together with both categories to let you know which teams are ready to go. And
we know the Nuggets are.
And we'll let you know that what their standards are. And here we go. In the Eastern Conference, we got the Baltimore Celtics. They got ready. The Boston Celtics. They won 58 games and lost only 16. The Milwaukee Bucks, 47-26. They won 47 games. The Cleveland Cavaliers, these are the top ones that's going to make it in this playoff. The Cleveland Cavaliers going to be, the Knicks going to be there, the Magic's going to be there, the Pacers going to be there.
You're not giving the numbers. I want to hear how many.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. That they turn around. They played 75 games so far, and the Cavaliers won 45 and lost 30. The Knicks won 44 and lost 30. The Magic's won 43 and lost 31 games. The Indianapolis Pacers won 42 games and lost 33 games. The Miami Heat, they won 41 games and lost 33 games. The 76ers won 40 games and lost 35 games. The Chicago Bulls won 36 now. Decline. They lost 39.
Well, look, here's some of the teams that they're not going anywhere. The Hornets, they won 18. The Raptors, 23. The Wizards, 14. Oh my goodness, you all were just around here playing.
That's
the
right.
Nets,
That's
29.
Right.
That's not too bad. But the Spurs, 18. And so on and so on.
And when you go to the Western Conference, Ms. Hinton, where everybody is looking for great movement, the Thunders, they leading the Thunders is leading the Western Conference with more wins. That's OKC. Oklahoma, they're OKC, they're winning 52-32, and Denver Nuggets behind them 52-23.
Yes.
And the Timberwolves 51-23. The Mavericks 47-27. The Pelicans, my team, the Pelicans 45-29.
That's not bad.
The Sacramento Kings 43-31. The Phoenix Suns to 43-31. The Lakers, they won 42 games, lost 33 games, and the Warriors, they won 40 games and lost 34 games. So
some we shall see.
So
some we won't.
Some will be there, and some
are going home with the remote control.
That's right. That's right. That is so true. They're going home. Let's go down to mayhem. Let's go down to the NCAA. NCAA.
What you think about these games? What you like about these college games?
Well, Ms. Hinton, they're going to play. They playing basic basketball.
They're playing ball. They really playing ball.
They're playing basketball. ball.
Yes.
They are doing it. When you get to the top numbers, when you get to the top seed, like Connecticut, Illinois, Alabama, Clemson Tide, Houston, Texas, Duke, North Carolina, Marquette, Purdue, Gonzales, and Creighton. These are the teams in the West. These are the teams that you see in the East, the West, the North, and the South. Let's go. Let's visit the South. Let's visit the West, East first, Miss Hinton. You know, on the East, Connecticut played SDU, and then they played Illinois and Iowa. So Illinois beat Iowa, and Connecticut beat SDU. So Connecticut, University of Connecticut, had to play Illinois.
Yes.
And Illinois and Connecticut beat Illinois 77-52. So that put them in almost down to the final four brackets. So that means Connecticut won the East. And then when you look down in the West, you had North Carolina, Alabama, Clemson, and Arizona. So Alabama beat North Carolina. I mean, that young man weighs about 200, 300, 400 pounds. He came out and they won 89-87 by 2 points.
Whoa.
Yeah. So Alabama they won that division, and then Clemson won their division by taking on Arizona 77-72. So in the West bracket, that means Alabama and Clemson are going to square off.
Absolutely.
Now let's go over here to the South bracket. Houston, Duke, North Carolina State, and Marquette.
Did Duke go home?
Duke won. Duke is still there.
They're still there.
Duke is still there. They played against Houston. I got to give you a surprise, though. They played against Houston. They beat Houston 54-51, and that made them push them into the South. And then North Carolina State played against Marquette. Now, the playoff was Duke against the North Carolina State. Guess what?
And then there was one, and it wasn't Duke. And then there was one.
And the Blue Devils go home. So North Carolina.
Are you surprised though? Duke did good.
North Carolina State, they came out on point. They came out ready to play. So they had 76-64. So my hats off to North Carolina State. And then Purdue and Tennessee. I was really looking for
Purdue,
Tennessee.
yes.
I was looking for Tennessee to beat Purdue.
Okay, but
Purdue beat Tennessee, so it was 72-66. Now here's where it's gonna square off at for the South and the Midwest.
All right.
North Carolina State will play Purdue, and for the East and for the West, Connecticut will play Alabama.
Whoa.
Now just give your prediction right quick, Miss Hinton.
Okay, so
who's gonna win between Connecticut and Alabama?
I'm gonna go with Connecticut. I just have a feeling, they've done well. I'm gonna go with them.
And also on the other side of the globe, North Carolina State against Purdue.
North Carolina State. North Carolina State.
Now, Miss Hinton, that's a barn burner. That was all right. So between North Carolina State and Connecticut, who's going to take it all?
I don't know if I'm going to go that far yet, Mr. E.
That's going to be the barn burner.
I know it. I'm going to wait.
You going to wait?
I'm going to wait.
You're not afraid to go out on the limb.
I'm not going to say. I'm just going to wait, Mr. E, just a little bit. And then make my prediction. Okay. What about you? You ready?
I'm not ready.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you who's going to take the championship.
Oh, I don't think you should tell right now.
Okay, I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell you mine.
Let's go to the ladies, though.
Let's go to the ladies because I want our listening audience to hear something special before we go. Listen. In the women's bracket on the Albany, Portland 3, 1, 2, and 3. The South Carolina played against Oregon.
That was so good. That's one of the games that I looked at, Mr. E.
70-58, South Carolina.
They couldn't catch them. I don't care what they did, but South Carolina played a wonderful game. Last week they beat North Carolina, and here they are. Just they continue to shine. But Keep going, Miss Steve.
Now, Texas and North Carolina State beat Texas 76.
That was another one I looked at.
To
yes.
76 to 66. Let's go across
the
river.
They couldn't catch them for nothing. They stayed 10 points behind in that game. Good game, but it is what it is.
Well, USC played against Baylor. USC beat Baylor, and Connecticut played against Duke, the women. So Connecticut women beat Duke. The score was 53 to 45. So now Connecticut has to play USC. Then we go up to the Albany 2. You got Iowa played against Colorado and Albany. That girl gonna put some out there.
Yes.
She ain't playing out there. The score with Iowa was 89 to 68. And then LSU.
See, LSU, you can't touch them
queens.
You can't mess with LSU. They are undefeated, just playing ball.
They said everybody want a piece of the LSU. That sounds like me, don't it? Everybody want a piece of Cowboy.
But you know what? I'm a little nervous though, because their streak, they're right here at the end, but their winning streak has been just off the chain.
They took it last year.
But I'm just saying, I just get a little nervous at this point, and I'm hoping for the best. I'm going for them.
So now here's what's gonna be the barn burner: Iowa versus LSU. Who's gonna win?
LSU.
Okay,
Let them keep that streak going.
And USC versus Connecticut.
I'm gonna go with Connecticut again over here.
Okay, so the women ladies. Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what's gonna be. Who's gonna win between LSU and Connecticut?
Ooh, I'm not going that far. I think I'm gonna pause right there.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth, Miss Cindy. Can I tell you what's gonna happen?
Go ahead.
Iowa gonna beat LSU.
Don't say it.
Iowa got to, Iowa been playing some good ball too.
Yeah, they good too.
They didn't make it. They went all the way last year. This is just a repeat, of last year. Yeah, this is just a repeat. So I believe this time, I really want to see LSU win it, but I believe this time Iowa gonna take it. That girl, she can't go down the drain twice.
We're gonna see. But the ladies are playing. It's fire. They are coming out, and the energy there, and then the fans. It's just, everything you want in a game.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
Right. They're not being slowful. They're not dragging. They're not, acting like they got, time to do everything. But play ball. These ladies come out. That's why I feel like it's getting more and more and more and more interesting. I cannot wait for the WNBA that's going to take place, I believe, this month.
That's right.
WNBA women's basketball. We're going to check them out as well.
You talking about something take place. How old is this song now?
It's 1 month old.
1 month old. Listen to it. Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, make it all right. Put your hands together at your feet.
Sometimes get away all by yourself when the storm comes. Gonna push you down to go to a place and he will comfort you. I know he'll make it all right. Sometimes you gotta get away, talk to the Lord, tell him now all the problems, tell him what is wrong, when there's nobody else who will understand. I know he'll make it all right. Say he'll make it all right. I know he'll make it all right. I know he'll make it all right. I know he'll make it all right. Go to a place where the Lord will come with you. I know he'll make it all right. Make it all right. I know he'll make it all right. I believe he'll make it all right. They say he'll make it all right. Go to a place and the You can't break through cause you're scared and you're worried and you're feeling blue. Cast all your cares to the Lord and pray. I know He'll make it alright. He'll make it alright. I know He'll make it alright. I know He'll make it alright. I know He'll make it alright. So don't play, and the Lord will come back you. I know He'll make it alright. When you can't see your way and you try every day to trust and believe in God's word, I know without a doubt the Lord will truly bring you out. I know He'll make it alright. He'll make it alright. Just trust Him, make it alright, and believe He'll make it alright. His word says, I know He'll make it alright. Alright, He'll make it alright.
Well, that's Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton.
He'll make it alright.
Just a month old.
Alright, He'll make it alright. Take your burdens to the Lord.
He'll make it all right. Listen to jump in there. Yeah.
Make it alright. In your good times or bad times, He'll make it alright. In your happy or sorrow, He'll make it alright. He'll make it alright. He'll make it alright.
Well, that's Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. Make it all right. It's fresh off the press. God, it's fresh off the press. If you want to get that new single, Miss Hinton, tell our listening audience, where can they get it from?
You know, you can go wherever music is sold. Go to the iTunes, the Amazons, the CD Baby. Oh man, go to Spotify. Just go wherever you get music and you can make it all right.
If you go to a place,
yes,
the
and the
Lord
Lord
will see you through.
He will comfort you every time.
I know
He'll make it
He'll
all
make
right.
it all right. I like that. I like
Thank
that.
you.
Let's get into that place, Miss Hinton. Congratulations. What
Thank
an
you.
awesome sound. What an awesome, I mean, that's got a lot of pep, a lot of energy, and make you want to shuffle your feet.
Oh, I like that. I like that. But it is a true testimony of what I know He can do.
Will He do it?
Won't He do it?
Yes, He will.
Every time.
I like that. He'll make it all right.
Absolutely. So I want to thank those that have, supported me and just playing it. And thank God for you all that are receiving the message of hope. But Mr. E, I want to make sure we mention it before we go that we're going to be on this evening.
That's right.
FYI After Dark.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of things.
Well, we got to tell it. We got to tell it.
Yes.
We got to tell folk about everything that's going on. So guess what? Be there.
We'll be on all social media platforms, and you all can see us and just join us at 6 o'clock.
That's right, 6
PM.
o'clock. That's right.
Absolutely.
6 o'clock p.m. If you want to know how to get on with us and where you can find us. Miss Hinton, tell them how they can get on and see us at 6 o'clock.
Would you all please, you can send your email if you want to join us and our audience, but you can go to Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Crystal Records 1 on YouTube, FYI radio show host Yolanda Hinton on YouTube, Instagram, all the social media platforms. Just join us at 6 o'clock p.m.
Looking to see you there.
Looking to see you there. And we want to thank you again for joining us. Thank you for your support. It's going to be a beautiful day here in the Hampton Roads area. You don't take advantage of it because it's going back down real soon.
That's right. I want to say good morning to Miss Sheila Green and a host of others. Thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. Don't forget to join us at 6 o'clock p.m. for FYI After Dark. And you can join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, WMVA 88.9 FM.
We want to say good morning to Show World. They're joining us on Instagram.
Yeah, good morning. And don't forget to join us. For more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861 and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday in the dust. In the park.
Mr. Edith Pollard is ferocious out there. I don't even know what. I need a mask. I'm going to tell you that right now. She needs a mask. If you all go out there, it's so much pollen out there. It's unbelievable. Did it rain that hard, Mr. Edith?
It rained a little bit. I'm telling you, I saw the rain. I didn't see the rain, but I saw it on my car.
I saw it everywhere. When I walked out, it was on my porch. It was on the driveway. It was on the car. I mean, thick, in the streets, in everybody's yard. I'm like, what?
And I had to run to the place today to get that pollen off because guess what? It gets into your vents.
And it gets into your system. Yeah. And if you have allergies, oh my God. But Mr. E, we didn't mention, we had some WNBA news with Griner. I think I sent it to you. It says that she's going to, I think, do an endorsement or something like that. But it wasn't a whole bunch of money. I think it was $150K. Also, Lieberman. They said that Lieberman is going over to the WNBA, honey.
Nancy Lieberman?
Mr. E, I sent it to you, but hopefully you got it. I sent you the info to 411, and I was like, well, what's going on? But anyway, listen, like I said, the women are on the move. It is really exciting to see them play. It's exciting to see the energy. It's exciting to see the stadiums filled up and the cheers. And, they are definitely playing ball. Who would have thunk? The word is thought. But who would have thunk?
Nancy Lieberman.
Look, Miss D, I sent you the info, but if not, look, check it out and see who is that going to the WNBA. Somebody's going over there.
Wow. Yeah, this says Nancy Lieberman bought an unparalleled resort league, including 8 years of professional player in the Women's Professional Basketball League and WNBA, 8 years of it.
It's somebody, I'm going to send you that so we can report on it. But it's somebody that's from college, is going from college to the
because she's about 68 years old, 65 years old.
Not her. It's somebody that's going, Mr. E, is somebody that's going from college to the WNBA.
Okay, cool. Baby.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll get that information for you all. Again, I want to thank you all for supporting me, supporting the new single. Make sure you tell your folk about it. Make sure you go online and get it, please, please, please. It's a download. You can get the download, but all you old schoolers that don't, know how to download, we have a few customers like that. You can get a hard copy. Just inbox me and say, Miss Yolanda, I don't do the downloads. I do the old school CD.
That's right.
And so they still got CD players out there and everything. And so we ordered some so you all can get a CD player if you need one.
That's right.
Also, radio out there, if you're listening, please, please, please make sure you inbox me or either reach out to FYI Radio Show hosted by Yolanda Hinton. That's not it. FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com. FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com and say, look, we want to play the music.
That's right.
We want the music here at our radio station, and we will definitely make sure you have a press kit so you can get the new single, Make It All Right.
And that's what it's all about, Miss Hinton. Let's push it. Mm-hmm. Listen, if you want it, you can get it.
Yes, radio stations, You can get the press kit. Please make sure you contact us and you can get it. Stations are requesting it, and stations already have it. A lot of them have it as well. You'll be able to hear it on different platforms and things like that. But I would love for you all to reach out. So, Mr. E, sports talk is nothing but the truth.
That's right.
We are enjoying these games. Now, look, I'm gonna get a chance now. I don't want to just peek over at the ladies and sit there and just stay. I'm gonna have to go back to the NBA and make sure I'm enjoying some of those games before it's too late. Because they're gonna be at the when is it, Mr. E? That last and final for the NCAA.
Mm-hmm.
The last and final is coming up.
That's right.
Right?
The NCAA will coming up next week.
Absolutely.
The Final Four will be coming up next week, and I hope that you are ready, Miss Hinton.
Well,
that's why I got your prediction. That's why I got your prediction of who you think gonna win the women's NCAA.
Okay.
I just want to know. You gave me so far your information.
Mm-hmm.
You gave me so far your information. You told me that for the women, LSU gonna beat Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
And you said who's gonna beat South Carolina and North Carolina? You said North Carolina State.
No, I did. You said South Carolina, North Carolina. I said South Carolina.
Well, South Carolina gonna beat North Carolina.
South Carolina.
For the women. Okay.
Yes.
And so at the end, LSU against Connecticut, you said LSU gonna beat Iowa.
Yes.
And then you said Connecticut gonna beat USC.
Mm-hmm.
And who's gonna beat between LSU and
Not
Connecticut?
Gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
We try to get your prediction.
You will eventually, but my thing is that we're getting closer and closer to the end of this season for the NCAA. It's been marvelous, but we're going to continue to keep our eyeballs on the NBA, and the WNBA is coming up real soon this month.
Yeah,
and we're going to be checking them out and see what's going on and see how much energy they're bringing to the game for their season. Also, don't forget, you guys, tonight. Join us this evening. We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff
tonight.
And we also want to encourage you. We're going to give you information of some of the things that's coming down the line, down the pipe that we want you all to get involved in. And we're going to also tell you how you can get the single, how you're going to get some other things from Yolanda, Hinton, anything Mr. E got going on, he's going to give you the tea on that.
That's right.
And we also want to make sure we push this, that we are looking for guests.
That's right.
Sponsors, interns for our FYI radio show, our morning show, and our evening show. And so keep your ears open, because Mr. E is going to give you that information on how you can do just that.
That's right. And if you like information on how you can be a special guest or sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. That's 757-714-7861. Or you can inbox us at Edward Facebook page, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or you can email us at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com.
Yes, but we also want you to join in our conversations and our dialogue if you are interested in being an audience member, dialoguing with us and everything, or asking your questions. Please, Mr. gave the email address, FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com. Send us your email.
That's right. All you gotta do is send us your email. We'll send you the information and say, hey, this is the time for you to come on and be in our audience.
It's time for you all to speak up and speak out about a whole lot of things. This is also election season, and honey, this is the true tea right here. We want to talk about what's going on, how things are going to turn out in your mind. and how we can make things better regardless of how things turn out. So please, please, please get involved in our shows. You can recommend someone to be on our show as well. And you can be a sponsor. You can be a sponsor of the whole show, or you can sponsor some of the segments as well. So, Mr. E, again, we'll give you that number. Make sure you keep in mind the website, bulvicacademy.com, BULVIC. Thank you all for those that are purchasing the book, The Game Bulvic, which you can get on Google Play. You can get on apple.com. For the game app, and the books are online at www.bulvicacademy.com. But you can also get them wherever books are sold. You can get my book, Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose, and The Diary of a Former Bully. Also, if you want to go online and go to our blog, you can go up there and get information on bullying, what it is, our anti-bullying initiatives and things like that. It's there as well. I think somebody just popped up on our comment. Hey, Treasure. How you doing, Treasure?
Yo, both
I know you are so glad you are out of school.
supposed to be rested.
She's rested. Look, she got a whole week to enjoy
That's right.
herself. That is so marvelous.
That's right.
But anyway, Mr. E, thank you so much for all you do. We're going to see you all this evening. Again, Mr. E is going to give you information on how you can be a special guest sponsor or intern with FYI Radio Morning Show and FYI After Dark.
We're going to have the tennis pro come up that Miss Treasure on.
Treasure says she's doing good.
She's a tennis pro.
Treasure, I would be doing good too. I think I would still be asleep.
I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. And for more information, and you want to be a sponsor or a special guest, call us at 757-714-7861. Our inbox is at Edward Everett's Facebook page, FYI Facebook page, or Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton's Facebook page, or you can email us at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com. Again, that's FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com.
Don't forget the Royal Ladies Pie, honey. We're not forgetting that. We are gearing up to do some great things during that season and stuff, and we're going to get started ahead of time. But don't forget us. Our number is 757-470-0224.
Yeah.
So look, see you this evening at 6 o'clock p.m. You be blessed and enjoy the wonderful, wonderful spring season.
Just want to let you know that tonight is Trump going to
jail. We don't. Y'all, if you or anybody listening, they don't.
No, just joking. Don't forget to join us tonight. FYI After Dark.
All right. God bless you all. Thank you so much for your support.
2 up, 2 down.